We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check, 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of...
And look here, it's an opening drive fake.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Rosen off the play action. And an alley. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh, boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the read option, it's Mariota. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run with Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Loss of a yard on our play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mariota. The open man is Smith. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A solid stiff arm. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Check, 43.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Rosen will throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35.
And the Dolphin first down.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Watch the screen. Check, check. Look.
Here's Rosen. Pass incomplete.
Intended for a touchdown. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Oh, good hurdle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Yeah, baby. That's our ball. Our ball.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, alert 3. Monday.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
You don't want
the gun on third down. It's Rosen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. He'll buy some time right. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Watch the whip. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it. One. 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Here's Clement. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Corey Clement, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Bud, be ready, be ready. Mike, spot 4. Monday.
After the sack on first down, Rosen, he's got his man Sharp, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Rosen steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Tyler. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Titans. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They're going to try and run the option right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is fielded inside the 5. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota to throw it. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And this is caught inside the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Clement. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Corey Clement with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Man, I got you. 80. Watch twist. Shoot.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man left. 4 down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Got a man. It's Brown.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
New Mike 52. You bet.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Mariota looking deep. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Off the draw, here's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
I got you.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
11 yards there, first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Rosen now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking long for his tight end read. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check. One.
They go play action. Mariota. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's where you belong.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I got motion. Monday.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Mike 180. Mike 5-4.
Check tight end. Check tight.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right.
Hey, alert.
Hey, come on, no.
Monday.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack. Rosen. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Break the 54, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike's 54. Mike.
On first down, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw